Hey Capricorn, welcome or welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and we are doing March readings today with the Light Seers Tarot, and I've got the Familiar Field Oracle deck. And if you're not familiar with this deck, it is an animal oracle deck. Super gorgeous. So we'll pull one of these and we'll do our standard monthly general reading. And speaking of standard, let me just give the disclaimer. These are general readings for a general Capricorn audience, so it's not quite the same as a personal reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. I recommend checking out the videos for all of your major placements, so your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, for the fullest picture. Sometimes one is more resonant than the others. And I'm going to go ahead and shuffle now, but I fast forward the video over the shuffling part, so I will catch up with you as I'm about to lay out the cards. I will see you there in just a second. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what we've got. Eight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. You know, I've seen the Page of Pentacles in a few readings this month, so this is kind of a theme for a number of us this month. Let's quickly get to some animal wisdom here, or animal guidance for Capricorn. Okay. Oh, beautiful. The peacock. Passion, pride, desirability. So that's, this particular card seems to be a little bit separate and distinct from what's going on over here. So we'll talk about that after we get into the tarot reading. So starting with the Six of Cups, which I read this particular card, the card that falls into this position, as sort of the theme for the month, or the theme for this reading, shall we say. This isn't the only thing that's going to happen to you this month, but for this particular reading, the theme is connections and getting back in touch, or getting back to prioritizing the important connections in our lives. Now, with the Six of Cups, there's often the theme of looking back at past relationships, or connecting with people that make us feel that sort of playful or childlike. So this could be something like reconnecting with a childhood friend, or friends from college or school, something like that. It could be the sort of thing where you connect with a past crush, or a past boyfriend, girlfriend, that sort of thing, or someone that maybe you didn't connect with in the past but had kind of hoped to, or had always wondered about. A past friend becomes maybe something more. You know, Mercury does go retrograde later in the month, and sometimes when Mercury goes retrograde, also Venus is going retrograde. So sometimes, you know, people can come out of the woodwork, and things that didn't work out in the past, we get an opportunity to maybe work through it if we're ready to, you know, work through those issues. The caveat with, you know, reuniting with an ex, or exploring something that didn't work out last time, is, of course, it's not just about the timing, it's about our own evolution. And of course, our partner or our crush, have they evolved? Have they worked on themselves? Making sure that you're not just stepping back into the same old problems, right? As for those Capricorns who are interested in, reconnecting with someone with whom there might be past issues or stuff that needs to be worked through. Obviously you want to work through it with someone who has the capacity and the emotional intelligence to work through, right, to evolve. But if that's there, then it's worth exploring. But the essence of the Six of Cups is connecting with someone that makes you feel light and playful and seen, and it should feel wholesome and fun, and it should make you feel good, right? So there's that. So that's kind of at the heart of, or the theme of connecting this month. And around that, we've got some other things going on. There is a piece with the Eight of Cups about moving on from something. And I think this could come out for different Capricorns in different ways. This could speak to moving on from something like a relationship that isn't working or a situationship that isn't working. So that could be why maybe you move on from something and maybe reconnect with someone else, or reconnect with friends that are a support network as you move on from something that was maybe disappointing, or something that you need support for as you navigate. But it doesn't necessarily have to be something like a romantic relationship or a breakup. And this could also be the kind of situation where you're unhappy in your career, or specifically a job where maybe a boss doesn't really see you the way you see your abilities, or maybe your boss does appreciate you, but there just isn't room for growth in your current, organization or company. Or maybe it's just time to go back to school or something like that. In the Eight of Cups, and it's really brilliantly drawn in this, in the Light Seers Tarot with this. Let's see if we can get her in focus. Sorry about this. Sometimes it takes, let's see if I can do it this way. There we go. Okay. So you see that our central character here is not just walking away from something. She is walking towards a horizon, right? She is walking towards, she's not just walking away from this little fire. She's walking towards this great big sun on the horizon, a much greater fire, if you will, right? So she's got, a greater goal. So she's not giving up, right? She's got greater ambitions. And I don't know if you can see in this artwork, but it's a card about cups, right? And very faintly in the water, you can see that there are cups that have kind of sunk into the water. So it's like the cups have, they're no longer viable, right? She has to move on. And I'm just using she pronouns because our central character is kind of traditionally female. So whatever your gender, this is speaking to your journey of moving on towards greater vistas. So even if there's a part of you that might feel guilty about maybe quitting something that you had hopes for. This, whatever the situation is that you're moving on from, it has run its course. It no longer suits you, or it has, it never fully, came to fruition, and it's time for you to move on to something greater. And once you, really make the decision that you deserve something greater, or you need something greater, or you decide to follow a bigger goal or a bigger dream, we see the Page of Pentacles, which is an invitation to something like a job interview, or an actual new job, or you get a connection to someone or something else in your chosen industry or your chosen field, or you could get like accepted to an educational program that you're excited about. This is an opportunity or a connection. Sometimes it could be even like a small windfall or an inheritance that allows you to go back to school, or allows you to, maybe, I've used this example a few times, but allows you to buy maybe a food truck so that you can start your journey on your, culinary career, your owning your own business sort of thing. It'll be different for different Capricorns, but this is that sort of, that invitation, that or possibly educating yourself to get to the next step on your journey. And then we see you being very industrious, getting all of your, this could be sending out resumes, this could be, going back to school and taking classes, this could be, painting your food truck and buying all the supplies of food, and or hiring employees, whatever door this sort of opens, or the invitation that is, unlocks the next step. This is the doing of the next thing. So it's interesting that we have this sort of a different sort of trajectory around here, while this theme around support and connections here. You will have allies as you're changing your trajectory. So there's this piece about connecting with your friends, leaning on maybe your family or your soul tribe. There could be a piece about a romantic piece, or connecting with an ex, that is happening while you're sort of switching gears and shifting your trajectory. But I have to say, this sort of moving on piece, this is, there just isn't, sort of a romantic interpretation for these cards. These are really much more about your sort of career status, or your resources, your home life, or your practical life, right? This could be, if it's not about job, it would be a job, or your kind of career trajectory. It would be about, finding a new place to live, or finding a new roommate, or something like that. Applying for a loan for, I don't really know the lingo, but like applying for a mortgage or a loan for a house, that sort of a thing. And then this would be the getting the inspectors for a new house. Like I've never bought a house before, but all the things you need to do to go into escrow. I don't know the language, but that sort of thing. So it could be very much about property, or a house, or rentals and roommates, and your practical life. There just isn't so much a romantic or emotional sort of connection piece to the Pentacles. We have this sort of split focus in your reading, right? There's this friend, family, support system piece. There's this needing a new trajectory, needing a new direction, and either a career move, or an educational move, or a literal, physical house move, rental move, property move, something to do with finances, that sort of thing. Okay, now let's talk about the peacock. Now, this could be tied in, let's get this guy in focus. This could be tied in with the Six of Cups card, because the keywords for peacock are passion, pride, and desirability. So there is a piece here about, primping and being seen, and, you know, display, right? The peacock likes to be seen. And that can also tie in with the Eight of Cups, for whatever reason, leaving this other space or this other situation because you're not really being, fully seen or fully appreciated for who you are, or your talents aren't being fully used, and needing to move on to a place or a situation where your talents are fully realized. So I keep that in mind as you're moving through March, that, you know, Capricorn, you aren't typically the showy sort, but this sort of next phase, as you launch yourself into the next phase, finding connections where you get to be your true sort of showy, glowy self in a fun, safe way. And also work situations or living situations, practical situations where your true talents are on display and utilized to their full capacity. Wow. There we have it. I think you get what I'm going at. I think you know where this fits for you. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for dropping by. Don't forget to check the videos for your other placements, your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll consider leaving a like or a comment or subscribe. In any case, take good care. Until next time, bye for now.